haven't spent all my life in the British diplomatic service dealing with security, but the last 10 years or so of my career were very heavily influenced. I was at NATO until I retired from the British Foreign Service in 2014, and before that I was in charge in London of counter-terrorism, of dealing with the threats from weapons of mass destruction, the threats from strategic new technologies. So I am very used, I'm afraid, to having to deal with a dangerous world and having to support my staff as they responded to it. And I've been thinking about this initiative of the British Embassy in Bucharest about soft skills in hard times. And the more I thought, the more it seemed to me there were three fundamental qualities that people need when they face up to these challenges. The first one, I think, is courage. The second one is confidence and positivity, and the third is truth, and I'll take each of these in turn. And I will start with truth, because I think a strong attachment to truth is one of the fundamental qualities for people dealing with security challenges. You can find other words for it, honesty, integrity, objectivity, but truth is our strongest weapon against violence, because violence is almost always accompanied by deceit. What does this mean? It means having a very strong attachment to finding the facts, but also finding a deeper understanding, good knowledge, good research, good intelligence, good analysis. But it also means a commitment to projecting that truth outwards. And I think since the end of the Cold War, very glad to have that behind us, we have lost the habit of information warfare, and we need to reinvent it aggressively in a digital age, but always with this strong attachment to truth and not to propaganda. Second quality I've called confidence, but we could call it positivity, bounce. You can't face up to a security challenge if you're in a state of nervous worry. So you need to find ways of seeing the positive and conveying reassurance to people around you. If you're managing a team, as I learned when we were dealing with some very difficult hostage situations, terrorist attacks, incidents like the atrocious one in Paris recently, you need to, first of all, look after yourself. As they say on airlines, put your own oxygen mask on first. That means eat, it means sleep, it means laugh. Humour is a great help. And then look after others. Do all the little things as well as the big things. Send half of your team home so they get enough sleep. Bring in cakes, fruit, remind them why they're doing a good thing. Give confidence to the people around you and maintain your own. And then courage. I think we may have lost the habit of courage compared with our grandparents and great-grandparents. We take antibiotics, we take painkillers, we don't expect our friends and relatives to die young. But all of us at some stage in our lives are going to need to look inside ourselves and work out where we're going to draw that courage from when we just have to be brave. And in a security situation, I think there is one thing above all. Don't put your own comfort, don't put your own career, don't put your own ambitions first. If you think the emperor has no clothes, if you think there is an elephant in the room, say so to the people around you. You will have to take the consequences, that's courage, but you will almost certainly have done the right thing. Where does this leave us? Well, these three qualities, I think, are the human qualities you need in hard times. Do they lead to skills that are more common in men than women? I certainly don't think so. I think they're fundamental skills. Do women bring a particular quality to bear on them or approach them in a different way? I think that's a very interesting question raised by this embassy's project and the exhibition they've had here in Bucharest. So I invite people to look at their brochure and ponder it for themselves.